Are you subscribed to the channel? Well, it turns out 73% of you who watch these videos are not. So if you're part of that 73%, please subscribe down below. It's free and it helps me out a ton. Thanks. Played against them a few times. We're on the play. They didn't show me anything. I don't want meetings on Monday. I usually don't want to be too productive. That's true. That's a fair point. Dance just does nothing if the self dies. I think we can find a better one. This is much better. Especially when they aren't needed. Start at 9, then another at 11. And one afternoon after lunch. Jeez. You're in sales, you always got more sales. That's fair. I feel like sales is also a position where like the meetings don't benefit you as much as they might other people, depending on what you're doing in the day-to-day. Meetings are a good way of pretending to be at work. True. True. Ooh, like we might be up against blue-white, which is a great matchup. And we do need to draw land at some point in life, but assuming they did this because they have a either a veto or a Warriors on 2 that they want to hold up. Not all I work on commission. If I don't sell, I don't make any money. Yeah, that's fair. Karn doesn't resolve, it's a problem. So I think I'm just gonna slam this here. If they counter it, they counter it. I think they're more likely to have a Dovin's veto here than a Juarez. Or gets us to 5, so we can play around Juarez next turn. If we draw a land, we can festival. Ooh, not bad. I want to do this. Like if they go counter into Wrath, that's horrifying for us, but the nature of it. Yeah, being in sales, I feel like it's gotta be frustrating to have like half your day eaten up by meetings. I remember working in like voluntary benefits insurance and doing those kind of sales, and it's like sitting there in meetings was just like, why are we here? All right, this they'll counter. Yep, they have the absorb, sure. Yep. Really don't want them to wrath here, but if they do, we're exactly where we figured it'd be. Bit behind. Oh. Okay. Do this. Fine, they didn't wrath us. I'll play a storm. Oh. Veto. I mean, we're just gonna keep doing that though. We're on a 3-turn clock. They didn't wrath there. Again, they would have just snapped off a wrath if they had one. They might have a farewell though. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we draw a land, we could cast a graveyard if we want. Yeah, they're gonna hit the haven. Oh, okay, so they don't have a docking there. Interesting. Or on. Free to play the elf first. So this makes 5. That's the same as this. The fact that they never blew up this Nykthos is kind of wild to me. Sheesh. This is not not what we're aiming for, huh? 1, 2, 3. We took Nykthos and a land. Could Nykthos for 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, it's not even worth it. Yeah. I'm worried about just jamming more elves here in case they have a farewell. They could have Wandering Emperor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets us to 6 actual lands in case of Wrath. Let's split the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll split the difference. Don't think we want to attack here. The Wandering Emperor, they can just make a 2/2. I think they're just gonna blow up our Nykthos, unfortunately. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Then we need to draw a land. Shuffles back our cards, which is pretty for us. I mean, Farewell is pretty backbreaking, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. If we draw a land, we can start storming again. Okay, so they played Jwaris with us on 9 mana. That's a little concerning. Alright. We just gotta let him eat one. Yep. Yep. That's fine. 5, 8, 9. We're still at the same spot of just needing to draw land or Nykthos. They're at 9. I'm playing the Jari there is a little bit odd. Unless they have Farewell for sure. They just needed to hit the 6th land, but looks like a Narset. Supreme, well, Verdict's double white. Very sure. They could either have a counterspell block. I assume they have a counterspell. This is a very good matchup, but sometimes with the way game ones go. He did Doom. Alright. They did a nice little shutter pause. I'm guessing their hand is just at least one counterspell, and if they counter these storms, we're done, but yeah, we really need to find one more mana a little earlier. I guess sending in probably makes it tough to make it reasonable to do. Best draw is just like another threat, something like a Karn. Force them to have 2 counterspells. Because these are going to be back-to-back counterspells, so we're going to need at least one more thing. Sure, this gets countered. Yeah. Alright, there's the first one. We'll take these. Hope the second one resolves. That's just where we're at. I got a full grip over there. Take 5. Field comes down. A farewell? Sure. Okay, well this screams absorb, so we will get absorbed and die. Do the one from hand. Costs a little less, gives us the chance of representing like a Karn afterward. Yep. Alright. Theme 2. I don't know how familiar you are with Rakdos midrange, but do you have any sideboard device to beat spirits? Board in your removal. Your braids, your rending volleys. Like you should be very good into spirits. Spirits was held down a lot by the presence of Rakdos midrange. You just want to board in all your removal. Other than that, you're pretty set. Like you're just 1-for-1ing, and then your creatures are kind of free to get in. Not too much you really need to do other than that. Like take out your expensive cards, like your Chandras and things like that. Leave your Politis in, but take out your Chandras, your things that cost more than 3, and just make every card in your deck a 2-for-1 or a removal spell, and just grind them to dust. That's just the general game plan. Alright, I'll take play. And it's fine, especially on the play, they can't interact with Haven. Can't even escape mono green here. Well, good deck. Also other decks. But given I won the Degen event yesterday with it, figured I'd run it back to start the night. Alright, if this is a counter spell. Yeah, mono green won the showcase. Mono green came second in the challenge on Saturday and the NRG. Yo, thanks to the follow, just a math teacher. Appreciate you. Thanks for teaching that math. Yeah, pretty good turn 3 there. We're on the board. Okay, we can do this, but I think we just lead on more troll. Yeah, troll kind of requires interaction here. Maths for blockers, it's true. I forget which commentator said it, but I love that quote. We don't do blocking here. We're just going to keep playing things other than our storm until we run them out of spells. Keep attacking. Yeah. No problem, man. Found you off YouTube. Enjoyed the Pioneer Eldrazi deck you played. Yo, thanks a lot. That was a fun one for sure. That 1 week that people were playing that deck. We should end up seeing more play, but it's a fun one. I'm sure as the meta shifts around, we'll see it periodically. There's a lot of decks like that in Pioneer where like it could swing back around at some point. It's just never going to be a tier 1 deck, unfortunately. Oh, we're through 2 absorbs. What else you got? Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Eddie? Currently trying to change our blue-white opponent to death here. These Field of Ruins. Not looking great against our 4 forests. Or 3 forests. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, we're 1 short. A little worried about the Wandering Emperor here. I think I'm fine with this. Season 4 of Ozark and watch Jurassic World. Very nice. Once again, might be 1 turn too slow. They have a big shark here. They get to kill our Kiora. They don't. Deluge. Okay. Well, Deluge can put us to the Stone Age with a farewell. Could have attacked with the elf. Portable Hole on Wolfwillow Haven. That eats 4 mana, yeah. If we attacked with the elves, they'd be at theoretical lethal this turn, but I'm guessing they might have a... Okay. We have a lot of good draws. They don't have a lot of mana up. This shock here would be ambitious. Alright. Get in for 6. Play Pelugrinos here, draws a card. We are still just trying to draw to our cards. Two is interesting. Would we Besage you? I think I would consider it. I'm gonna hold it up. Because we have a legendary creature. We can channel this for 1. Deluge. I need a Farewell. One power creature under here too. Your opinion if you're playing mono red. What about mono red, Eddie? Would you play Chandra just to kill main? I would. I think you lose a lot of your ability to kill in the mid game without having your planeswalkers. Alright. Well, we did it the fair way. Yeah, I think you lose a lot of your ability to deal with things in the mid game if you don't have Chandra. Like, your best hands don't need Chandra, but your average hand needs Chandra, and I think that's a big deal. Maybe Henge is a little too much. We just don't really have a better thing to do. I could just play the Hydra. Not happy about it, but I think we do just need to get into our mid game a little bit faster. Well, Oaths over Karn, not quite it. Okay. Elf Nykthos. Cards well for me locally here are hard to get now. That's fair. I think unfortunately red does need access to it. Like if you get a playset, say like again, Chest to Kill, do you care if they're borderless or not? No. I play mismatched cards all the time. I care a lot more that I have access to the cards than they're all matched or perfect or whatnot. That kind of stuff doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I'm gonna take the land here. Yeah, I had a couple different lands in that deck. It's just not something that bothers me. I know some people get very worked up about it, and that's perfectly fair, but no, I just like the lands. I had all one type of land with the exception of an unland. That's one of my favorites. No, I just like those were just the lands I wanted. Was I only had one of the land I really loved, and I did, or two I think. I didn't feel like buying more, so I just played those, and everything else was just the other lands that I normally would play. Oath Cycle. Grab another Kiora. Kiora is odd because it's not as threatening as like a Karn, but being able to play it this turn and unlock our hand is important. And again, they're just gonna counter anything they can here. If they go land to Fairy, we're in trouble. Well, only if we don't draw land. Alright, well. Miss on our land. Is this gonna need a counterspell? Can't imagine this does. Yeah. basics I run unlimited. Too cheap to buy beta. That's fair. I also never found the appeal of beta lands compared to like various other lands. I don't think they're particularly better looking. Okay. Let's just jam a Cavalier here. This will get countered, and then next turn, yeah. What it does is it taps them out of Wandering Emperor at instant speed. Gone through 3 counter spells. They have 2 cards in hand. Really need the Storm to resolve though, but we're just gonna keep pressuring every turn. Yeah. Something like Old Growth Troll wouldn't be bad, but given that we don't have the land to ensure the Nykthos activation. And Nykthos. Aether Ghost. Bottom. I'm assuming Castle Ardenville was the MVP card for blue white. Now it's kind of whatever. Yeah, the castles as a whole kind of got beat up in Pioneer. They have Gust and a 5th. They have 5 counter spells. Their hand is just actual 5 counter spells. Jeez. Alright, well, we gotta draw something. The good old 5 counterspell hand. We have a fair number of reasonable draws, but that's not one of them. We're still 4 lands away, and they're probably casting something like a Deluge here. Okay, just making it 1/1's fine. Really need to find like an Cavalier, something threatening. Karn, Cavalier. I accept your terms, Karn. Okay, so we have 2 mana. They can make a 3rd one of these. What should we get here? We also just plus and then get Cauldron. But also just get, hey, how's it going, Timmy? Also just get Cauldron. I don't want to do it. Let's see. We can't really do anything next turn with it. Next turn we can Cauldron, get back Cavalier and Kiora. Helps ramp us a lot more. I think we just do that. Cauldron. They'll make a 1/1, kill Karn. Need them to not draw a counterspell here. How much despair must opponent be in if they counter every relevant spell from turn 1 to 8 and lose after? Well, if you counter every spell from 1 to 8 and then do nothing, right? Like your big plan is to attack us for chunks of 1, 2, and 3. If they had like Teferi on 5 and 5 counter spells, this game was over. But they seem to be lacking in their own threat. And that's one of the things about mono green is if you're purely reactive, it is tough to win. You gotta have some threat of your own. Yeah, how's it going, Yellow Cheetos? And Cav, Kiora. Ooh, resolves, lovely. Alright, so we have 7 mana. Yeah, we'll take 4. That's fine. We're at 20. That's the other thing about this plan is like Restorative Burst just kind of KOs it. No, they get to blow up Nykthos. How rude. Fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3. We get to draw a card off Fiora though, and then Cavalier puts a right end to this backup plan of theirs. What did we find? Haven. Cure resolves. I'm pretty confident this will resolve. Beautiful. Oh, even better. Even better. Perfection. Yeah, they gotta really go off here. Otherwise, we're about to just start chaining these storms. Yeah, Mono Green's a lot of fun. It does a very similar thing every game, which I know some people aren't big fans of, but that doesn't bother you. It's a really sweet one. They should just attack, yeah. Eat 1. Okay. This should make 6, 7. And tap. Tap these. Test this one first. Ooh, Karn, old girl. All right, there we go. They played 5 counter spells, but they never found a thread of their own. They just needed a Narset, a Teferi, something that could close the game. And if you just give us infinite time, we will eventually win. I think with Winota being its worst matchup in the meta, Winota being gone, it's tough to justify the level of dominance that could have. But like, we also saw it lose to Green Red Ramp. We saw it lose to Phoenix. It's also probably a massive percentage of these tournaments. So I'm curious to see how it develops in the next week or two as people put a hard target on it. And like, if you're playing Pioneer and not hard targeting this deck, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. So we're probably playing a mirror. Turn 3 Karn. Turn 4 Cav with Nykthos. Yeah, we're playing a mirror, but they don't have anything on 1 or 2. That's a disaster for them. We want. I'm just gonna grab the Grey Henge. Grey Henge is a real good one once you get this Cavalier down. Oh, they're playing the Atarka ramp deck. Oh, this. I think this is a good matchup. Meta will definitely shift as people don't give Mono Green 4 to 5 free wins per tournament like this weekend. I mean, I think most people were fairly aware. I just think that people underestimate how bad you need to, or how much you need to sideboard, or just directly choose your hate to deal with this deck. It's sad how Storm is situated nowadays. In which format? Because Lotus Field's fine. The problem is it's just bad to green. From a menace to a card deck, yeah. Yeah. So if they have a Tarka or any of the Eldrazi's, we just wanna just grab a Damping Sphere for one of the golems. I'm gonna go with Godfarrow's statue, just lock him out. Just entered to drop some Prime bucks. Have a nice league. Thanks. Niruru. Thank you so much, friend. Thanks for this Bezos bucks. Hope everyone is playing mono green, play against spirits all the time. We've come prepared. We're ready for spirits. I still think spirits is tough, but it's a lot less tough when you have Skylasher. Spirits used to be your worst matchup, but like I said, I don't think that's true anymore. Five, cost 4, 3, 4, 6. Yep. Do it all. Five, 7, 8. Like I only cast a 6. Stand this up. Harry said it's unwinnable. I don't know if I believe that, given I've beaten spirits a few times, but it's tough for sure. It really comes down to like they get under you so easily, but with the additional Skylashers, it makes it a lot easier to deal with their early aggression. But it's tough for sure. Not saying it's not tough. The thing is, it's mostly just like they get under you. If you're that worried about spirits, like I played 4 Skylashers on Saturday, and then a bunch of people were playing 3. Andy played 3 in the top 4 of the challenge. Yeah, the idea is you just, the way spirits runs its deck into this deck is they just get like a 2-drop down and they protect it, countering all your big stuff. Because you're not interacting, they just chip away at you. But now Skylasher just eats the 2-drop, sits back, and gives them a tough time. Don't mind if I do. We were just gonna Karn for a Meteor Golem, but or a Karn, a good starting place. Let's untap this. Flashback Storm. See where we go from here. Kiora Oath. Take the Kiora. This puts the second Kiora in the yard for our loop. And then this finds us a Cav. Cavalier. We'll check our devotion in a second, but we should be pretty close to good. Now we're definitely good. We can just combo kill them here. Wise, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. We got 14 devotion. We need 16. We're good. Or we need 15, sorry. We're good. So we're gonna grab burst. Untap this. Do a final check to make sure. So we go to 924. Yep. We are good for liftoff. Grab Kiora Karn. We started at 22. So we need to go from 22 to 21. So 40. 48 is good enough. 48 is good enough. Cauldron, cast Kiora. Luckily, this is a quick combo for Magic Online standards. because the cards end up being the bottom two of your graveyard. So you get to loop. For those of you that haven't seen this, you just keep generating devotion, and we need to find black mana. We have a treasure vault with Karn, so you just keep generating mana and eventually we'll make all the things happen. You just burst for 2 Karns instead of a Kiora once you have enough mana, because we're, again, netting mana every time. It's a lot quicker in paper when I could just say do this 100 times, but you don't actually need to do it 100 times thanks to untapping with Kiora. We can also make it so that we need less Kiora loops just by playing more creatures here. Also gives us the shot of fine. Gives us the shot of just finding a black source. You don't. Be careful that we don't deck, because that is an actual concern with Great Henge, but fine. Draw. Alright, just want to find a black source. That's it. There we go. The new card. Grab a Shadow Spear. Forgot we hadn't done this yet. Grab these. Again, there's not a whole lot of ways to mess this up as long as you know you need black mana. You need to make sure you click on the right planeswalkers, but otherwise you're fine. Now we have enough mana. So we needed to get to about 48. So it's 2 more loops since we shocked. Yeah, they figured it out. Now that we have black mana, for those of you who don't know the combo, you're going to get to about 1 more loop. Then we're going to get Sword of Burst, pick up Karn Kiora again. So this time, instead of untapping Nykthos, we're going to use this black mana to cast the front half of Pestilence Cauldron instead of the back half. And then we're going to mill them for half their library, untap it with Kiora, and mill them for the second half. And they lose on their draw step. Okay, so they're playing mono green or green red ramp. Don't really love these just on the basis of not being able to fight their really big things. Kind of a problem. And they don't really play dorks. I mean, they'll board in their dorks in this matchup, so we do want these, just like we want Polukranos. What don't we want? Even faster than the Aether Artifact thing? Yes. Because it gets itself, right? Karn can get this Restorative Burst, so you're just able to loop it by itself. You don't need any other card. Like if you were trying to do Aetherflux Reservoir, it would take more loops to get through most decks. Like a Yorion deck, it would probably be faster to do Aetherflux, but for a normal deck at a normal point in the game, this is faster and less click intensive. I mean, they're gonna board in their elves. Want these, but like maybe we don't need Polukranos because we're again never killing anything early. Like this, I would drop on 3 if we need to. I'll just board 1 in case they don't board in their elves, or if they're not playing the elves on the board. They should be, but Yeah, well, burst also gains life, which is nice. That's the thing, is this is just like the same card just split into multiple uses. Because like there's been a non-zero amount of times where it's like you just restorative burst against mono red, not trying to combo them, just like you just play restorative burst as a gain 4 and they lose. Whereas like reservoir, you need the next spell and it's only 1 life. 1 life is manageable, but 4 plus buying back 2 spells is very tough for like a red deck to beat. Turn them all to 5 on the play. We get to go elf. If they go elf, we get to kill their elf. Otherwise, we just play Hydra as a 1/1, make it a 2, so that we're at 3 devotion already. Alright, we're gonna be head on mana. Ooh, early Karn is great here. Alright, no elf. Old growth troll is the best. We have Cavalier next turn. They have Cultivate. Or Pilgrimage, sure. The same thing. One of our many green ramp spells. Backup Nykthos is actually pretty fine. Cavalier. Don't need to take a Nykthos here. So next turn we just Karn plus Godpharaoh statue. 3, 6, 7. Yeah. Can't believe Nykthos didn't get hit. I think it's likely to get hit in whatever the next bans look like, if there are bans at any times. Would be my guess. Good storm first. 3, 6, 7. We need 10. So we only need to hit 2 devotion. Yeah. Just storm first. Your old growth troll definitely does it. Yeah. But I think that's not where you want to be. It's where I think you would be. This against blue-white. Especially on the play. Not ideal, but if we draw a land, we're in great shape. If not, oh, playing a mirror. We have a Hydra if we're playing the mirror. Oh, playing against the same deck as last round. Missed on lands. Sketch. I like this matchup a lot, but if we're missing on lands and they're cultivating, we might lose game 1. But that's fine. You're not a Nykthos at all. We're going to be under pressure a lot faster against this deck than against blue-white. So if we draw a Nykthos, we're like immediately back in this game. Gets us to 6 mana. Oh, we can kill the elf. Not much, but it's an honest day's work. Any Nykthoses? Oh, that'd be the worst hit, not even a land. I mean, maybe they don't have a big thing. You know, even hitting a land so we could kill the elf is kind of booty. Yeah, 679. I would concede to any 7-drop in the game here. Okay, we'll run that one back. Yeah, I hate to see that, but again, I think this is a matchup where like we're just doing the same thing. Karn is a really tough card for them to deal with because we can just like, if we don't have a Nykthos but they have a bunch of cards like that, we can just, okay. I know it looks similar, but it's really not. I'm willing to get hurt again. Yeah. Oh. Okay. You're up, friend. Yep. See, they board in their elves in this matchup. Makes sense to me. Ooh. I'm gonna grab Cavalier. Forest, Elf, Hydra. 5, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we can Karn plus God Pharaohs if we want. Statue. Behemoth would be great. True. Big fan of Behemoth. What did we get here? First isn't a bad one, just as a basis of being able to deal with Cavalier. Minus here. They had nothing they could do. I'm just gonna give them a boat. Kill this elf. Make a little 6. Still leaves us plenty of blockers. Threaten their life total. We'll just go around them if we have to. Like, you can get back a 3-drop. That's not gonna win you any races here. Seiju. Alright, well. That's fair. They waited till end step to still lose one, though. They could cast a 5-drop. Yeah. Alright, game 3. We did the thing. I really need to do anything different here. And I like these into the elf plan from them. On the draw, I don't think that's impressive. We're never killing their elf before they cultivate. I think it's just a race. The Sage is a good one though. Does put us in a position where we have to consider that. I like Nykthos, but not that much. Alright, we're reaching only to 6. This hand's great. We get rid of an extra here. They kept 6. I'm gonna get rid of an elf. They don't have an elf. Alright, now we need them not to have a cultivate, which is pretty unlikely. We'll get to kill their elf, but they'll still get the cultivate. Yeah. We win game 1? We did not. We got stuck on lands game 1. This is game 3. We'll kill the elf. Keeps us on even footing. Also means if we find a Nykthos, we're in good shape on the board. Pilgrimage. Okay. If we find a Nykthos, we're the races. Another elf. Yeah. Alright. Fair with oath. That's not a Nykthos, definitely. 2, 3, 5, 6. So we storm next turn, but they have World Breaker and can just put us in the dirt. Sower is somehow less scary. They get no land. Okay, deal. And it means they don't have a World Breaker in hand. There's no shot they cast that. Yeah. Alright, Old Growth Troll, Llanowar Elf. Not quite what we wanted to see, to be honest. They're on 9 mana. It's scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's one short here of being able to boat one of the dorks. God, all these are like just awkward enough. We need to hit a Nykthos here. Our backup plan is just hit a land in Karn, but oh, that's amazing. Like our backup plan is just like hit this and set up for next turn. And not only do we miss a Nykthos, we miss any land. They milled 4 non-lands off our deck too. Alright, Nykthos off the top here. Alright. Get Henge. Something. Boosts us more than getting a land. No big things again. What? This attack doesn't make any sense. Block. Gives us more mana. We're trying to storm, you no shot. Unless they have like a Seiju. Ugin to the yard is a problem. World Breaker to the yard also a problem. They have no colorless mana right now. Okay. Could just get Crypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have exactly 10 for Ulamog. Alright, well I think the first thing we're doing. Can't even do that. I mean, we could go get Treasure Vault and then 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we can't do it. What we're doing is storming. There's our Nykthos and our Kiora. Okay, now we're in business. Do this, draw 2. 1. Okay. And untap plenty of things. Get off Karn. Get Meteor Golem. Golem. Doesn't their card. Hit this. Okay, well, that just keeps the train going. Nice. Tap this. Draw. Didn't hit. Both. Okay. You're up. I hope they don't draw like an Ulamog here. That's about where we're at. Oh, paying cost is terrible for they drew Ulamog. We needed to kill the Emrakul. Well, that's of all the things it could be, not great for us, but ugh, drawing Karn's kind of terrible for us. They can't kill our Karn. Oh, they can. Oh no, they can't search our sideboard. Okay, they can stand up the Great Henge, run it into Emrakul, attack with our 6/7, and get back Ugin. That's probably their night. I mean, they can also just like maybe make us deck ourselves. Close? Well, not really, right? This 4/4 has to draw 2 cards and it has to hit a creature. Okay, they're just gonna kill our Karn. They left us with the one that starts. You can't look at our sideboard. It doesn't work. That's not how magic. That's not how magic works. Guaranteed, we can combo kill you now. I don't know how that works. They said didn't know that. I said yeah, rule change post Emrakul printing. Affects all Mindslaver effects. You can't look at your opponent's sideboard, which means you can't choose a card from your opponent's sideboard, even if you control them. A friend of mine plays mono blue Tron, and Mindslaver had that happen a lot, where you'd like Mindslaver them to get to look at their sideboard. Oh, thanks to the follows, Marcos. Thank you. Yeah, it's a very niche rule, but like I said, I have a friend who played a lot of mono blue Tron, and with Mindslaver, it actually came up enough times that it's something that I learned. Benefits of playing a lot of Magic, being a judge for a couple years, just kind of know some weird niche rules like that. So they should crack my Old Growth Troll, draw 2. They might be scared to give me 2 cards. I think their only way to win this game, hate when they made that change in Shadows. I mean, it's a good change, right? Because otherwise you Mindslave your opponent, get to see their whole sideboard, get to do a bunch of stuff. Wait, what's the rule we're talking about? If you mind control someone, like Mindslaver or Emrakul the Promised End, you can't look at their sideboards, which includes Wishboard. So if you minus Karn, they can't even see my sideboard. So they can't choose a card. If there was a card that was exiled, like had I already used Pestilence Cauldron once, they could take that because it's exiled. But they can't look at my sideboard. It was a rule change that happened in Shadows over Innistrad when Emrakul was printed. Or, I mean, this is the exact scenario, right? It's all fine. Good to know I've been playing Blue Tron on paper. Yeah. They didn't even crack this. Okay, well, we're gonna crack this. card. Minus. Yes. Cauldron. Now we just have the loop. We'll just check the devotion. 13. We're one shy, but we'll fix that momentarily. So let's go Green Karn. We have enough mana, we can do this. First one we'll get Cauldron. Cauldron gets Fiora and Cavalier. Cavalier gets us enough devotion. Double check. Yep, 16. We're in the clear. Time to combo. We've done it. I had no idea until now the Karn could grab any exile artifact you have. Yeah, so there's a neat trick that happened in Modern for a hot second where you could like use Tormod's Crypt to exile your own graveyard to buy back artifacts later with Karn. You'd like use Relic of Progenitus to exile the yards and then just like give you extra artifacts to work with. Karn's one of those weird cards that just like the bigger the card pool, the more you can do with it. Yeah, the Tormod's value train. 5. Cauldron. They already know we have the black source in hand because they've seen it. This 48 or 46. Cast any bursts beforehand. But we'll just make this safe and secure. Do what we did last time, where you just get an extra Karn in case your math is wrong. Cauldron for 2 Karns. We get all the time in the world here. Okay, Karn. Minus. Cauldron. Fiora. Cast it. Speed. Yeah. They'll lose an upkeep or on draw step. So I think what they had to do there was they had to, I mean, it wouldn't have ended up mattering, right? But I think they had to put the trolls on 2 separate lands, crack one of them, draw, crack a second one, draw. And I think they just needed to like try and deck us, like have Cavalier, put Cavalier on top, and then draw a bunch of cards and just like loop through our deck and just try and mill us out or deck us. I think that was their only way to win from that position because they set us up to win, fortunately, by not knowing the Emrakul interaction. Think about like Mastermind's acquisition, right? Like you have a wish card, but you don't even know what's in their sideboard to go get. It becomes like a weird game situation, and they don't want to have too many like rules nuances, whereas like making just a hammer of like sideboard doesn't exist, don't worry about it. It's just very clean. Frustrating, but clean. Nurborg. Well, as much as I love Storm the Festival, looks like they're on Rakdos, so we just want to hit lands. I mean, ideally we want to hit a Nykthos. Hit 3 lands, which is kind of bad, but fine. Rule Chains was primarily for time issues from Delirium decks going through the sideboard to figure out how to sideboard. Yeah, there was a lot of reasons. It's just also like not a. It's an odd thing that doesn't exist really in Magic to like get open sideboard information that to that degree. Like sideboards are generally, even at the pro level when it's like open deck lists, they did a lot of like you get to know the cards but not the numbers. Like that's like one of the places that Magic tries to derive like some level of skill testing at the highest level, is like understanding the fundamentals of how sideboards operate. And like I don't think card like Emrakul helps with that. What would you say are the bad matchups? Spirits is not great, but it's not unwinnable. So your bad matchups were Winota and Spirits. Spirits, I think, has gotten a little better because people are playing Bant, which I don't think is as good. And then you get to play Skylashers in your board and Voracious Hydras and like more things to like kill their little dudes. Blue-black control can be tough. But like other than that, you don't have a whole lot of bad matchups. You have some close matchups. Like this is a close matchup where you just want to hit your land drops to like turn 5 because they're gonna kill everything. 2, 3, 4. We'll do this next turn. Like if they Thoughtseize all your payoffs and you don't hit your lands, you just die. So it's like close in that regard. Like mono red is close, but if you have your old growth troll heavy hands and your Wolfalo heavy hands, you just destroy them. But if you have your elf heavy hands and lighter on land and you get your elf killed, you lose. So like there's not too many tough matchups in the top echelons. I think that's a big reason why people are worried about mono green, is that like you look at the top decks and there's not much. Yeah, Skylasher's a neat one. That was a nice little piece of tech we stole. I played 4 in the DGen event because usually there's a couple Spirits players there from what I had seen. But no Spirits players showed up in my pairings, so I just had 4 Skylashers in my board for nothing. Herited's a good one. But we are Cavalier gamers. We're gonna flip. Well, I'll take it because I'm not gonna not take it. They kill this Cavalier. Could put Kiora on top. Kiora actually kind of pops off with the Haven. But they have a really easy chance of killing Kiora. I don't think that's what we want to do. Shocking here. Are they just firing up Hive to eat Storm? Is that like not a bad idea? I don't hate that actually. I mean, assuming they can't do anything about this, right? Like they don't have another Harvester to throw at this. Like just eating Storm when you know I'm gonna Storm soon Because this is already 5, 6, 7. If I have another Nykthos, just do Storm, but like I have Storm. Because I didn't hit an actual land, I hit another Nykthos. I can't just Storm if they kill the Cavalier. I mean, I can if I want to sack the Nykthos, and I probably would if they killed the Cavalier. I think they're debating what to do here. I think if you were going to debate your plan, you don't want to shock here. I guess life totals aren't going to matter that much. They're cracking blood. That's 2 mana. Could be a Chandra minus plus a Blood Tithe Harvester. But then why'd we shock? Any thoughts about the Esper control deck? I'll probably be playing it later, so I don't have a whole lot of thoughts right now, but I'm sure I'll have some thoughts later. Wrangle. What? So we're gonna take 6, huh? Grab a Hydra. I'm just gonna put Kiora back on top. Is this the highest upside after the storm? I think we do just have to storm next turn. Like they had Strangle and didn't have to sack one of these is kind of a problem, because now we're theoretically taking 9 plus 11 next turn. So this is their way to win this game, is they just steal it off the back of aggro. But 2, 3. Untap this. 2, 3, 4. Then that's down a mana. 3, 4, 5. 6, yeah. No one's favorite play, but what we gotta do. Alright, Cavalier Kiora is actually pretty great, because it draw in another card. The land. One short Nykthosing, so we'll just play a Caryatid as an additional blocker. Okay, so lethal shouldn't be an option, so we should get one more turn. And with this Karn, we should be able to Karn plus Restorative Burst if we need to. Start like really chaining our life total. They should be mostly out of cards. I think they were just going for the cheeky setup there, and if it doesn't work, I don't know what their plan is. They could sack both Harvesters to kill Cavalier. But we're still fine with that, because we now just have enough mana. Thoughtseize, they can't Thoughtseize before killing Cavalier. We already have a card in the yard, 2 storms. Alright, Chandra finds land. It's not going to get them anywhere. We're at 9, but we just go block. These are tapped. We'll just go block, block. 3, go to 6. Maybe we just go block 1. They could send both a Kiora. Looks like a Thoughtseize. It is, but we're kind of Thoughtseize proof. Yeah, take Karn. Definitely their best play. Now they need to land to stand this up, and if they aren't standing this up, they're double shooting this Cavalier, and then we just can put Karn back on top if we want to. Or just put Old Growth Troll on top. Okay, now they can't double. Trespasser? Fable. Okay, Fable's fine. Fine in the way the things that aren't fine are fine, but you know what I mean. Okay, we're gonna pop off on mana here. Ooh, one. Start here. Start with the cheaper storm. Old growth lets us kind of just go off. Old growth Karn also just kind of lets us go off. We have a second Kiora, so we can just combo if we get enough down this rabbit hole. Do that. Start. Okay. this. Where are we on devotion? 10. We have enough for Dora on tap. Lucrinos. Haven. Right? Yeah, Lucrinos Haven works for me. Draw. Dora. Yeah. They figured out we have a land in hand. Keep rolling. Okay. We want Hydras. Hydras give us an out to their more aggressive hands. They're gonna have a ton of removal though, so it's not actually. Henge is probably one of our best gets. I think we just run it. That's another thing I enjoy about this deck. I've always been a fan of not having to sideboard. Consider sideboard every game, but we don't have to sideboard. Is bonus points. Makes life a little easier for us. Hard board easy peasy. Yeah, I love that. I used to, when I played Mono Green, the first version, I played at the SCG Invitational, those Pioneer. You were Vivian boards, so it was just the same thing. Okay, well, this hand's actually kind of sketchy on the basis that this is going to die. I think I need to force them to kill it. If they feel like Thoughtseize kill this, we're in trouble. They don't though. I want Karn more than Storm here. Close though. The worst case for us here is they Thoughtseize our Wolfwillow Haven, we play our elf, they untap, kill it. And then we're just playing our second land and hoping to draw third. Alright, this smells of a fatal push, but I was gonna say we have to play into it, but now we don't. We can just ensure we hit our land draw. Oh, perfect. Just strand to push so that if they want to play their 2-drop, that's fine. And now if they, yeah. Thoughtseize now. Once again, like you would, yeah. Oh, that's there. You got it, friend. The thing is, it doesn't stop Wolfwillow Haven or Nissa. It only stops Nykthos. And we played 2 Beseiju. And like I said, doesn't stop Kiora, doesn't stop Wolfwillow Haven, doesn't stop any of these cards that you really need to stop. Doesn't stop. I think it stop Old Growth Troll. Now that I think about it, because it actually taps for 2. I'm gonna play Old Growth. Just nothing. Just 3 mana pass. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Problem is this puts them in a position where like they can't just like slam a planeswalker because we just have an idiot. Elitus, kind of a problem. If we draw a land, we can't fight it. This is a problem. Yeah, we just need to draw lands. We have the answer in hand. The problem is we just need lands to do it. Now, if they kill an old growth troll, in some trouble. The Karn got a land. I don't think we need to get though. Quite there yet. Wait, next turn. Knocking again. They're going down to 12. Could be a K command. K command makes some sense. That might just be crack plus fatal push. That's the nightmare, I think. Pitch a second damping sphere. Yeah, there it is. I need to draw a land or two here. Oh, Kiora is actually pretty good. You can untap this and play an elf. Normally we play this, but this can deal 5. Kiora still lives. Next turn we can kill this Kalitas though. 2, 4, 6. Okay. They're gonna attack. We're not blocking. No attack. Okay, so that means we can't Hydra. That's okay. Cav is better anyway. Have to draw a Boseiju and flip a Nykthos. Missing on lands? That's so cruel. Cavs have not been kind to us. That's okay. They're on 1 card. They didn't eat their zombie. They're probably saving it to try and have a fatal push up at instant speed. Makes sense. But now what we can do is we can Karn minus, get boat, and then plus on damping sphere. It's definitely good. It's contestable. Like what they've done is like what makes it tough. But it's even in this situation, right? Like if we draw like 1 or 2 more lands, it's not very tough. But if they strip your hand of payoffs or you don't draw enough lands, it gets contestable. Yeah, like this is where it gets tougher again. Two, 4, 6, 7. Ugh, they had the land. If they didn't have the land, we could build this. We can't. All right, 2, 4, 6, 7 makes us a 5. I think we just keep casting big dumb idiots. Solidify the board as much as we can. 2, 5. We can play Karn. Play Karn minus. Henge is the best card for us, but we're a while away from casting it, right? No, I guess we cast it next turn. Yeah, I'm in. Get Henge, they can kill Karn if they want to. Fine. They gonna eat? No, they're never eating a zombie, which is, if they ate 1 zombie here, they could just like start attacking for free. Because like now if I double block Kalitas, it still trades, which again isn't good for me, so I wouldn't do it. It's an option I have. I think kill all my planeswalkers, which would be tougher. Still get to play Henge though. Yeah, Stand that up. We're just double blocking that. For sure, for sure. Because then they make this attack, they can't. They would have just fatal pushed for sure, guaranteeing it. I don't think we have to assume they fatal push. Goes at Karn. That happened. Yeah, I think Kiora is the better move here. Like eating the zombies pretty far here. We don't care about Karn. Karn's done its job. Yeah, eat the storm out of the yard. No, we're gonna eat Pelucranos. Okay. Eat this, eat this. As long as Kiora survives, we're fine. We have Bone Crusher. Again, is annoying, but we're about to kill the Cletus, and then the whole game changes. They get Thoughtseize, but they have to take Great Hands, right? Fatal Push, okay. I don't know why they didn't just do that for free then. Instead of like letting us get blocks in, they could just build all our Planeswalkers. 1, 2, 4, 7. Make a huge dumb idiot. Makes our henge cheaper too. Kill this, please. I'll get to you. We're on defense. They're empty-handed. We killed their Kalitas. Another Fable. Sure. Oh, how the turntables. Fable of the Turntabler. Okay, well, let's start here. Play Karn. Get the boat. In the pass. They get to loot one extra card, but then we just load them to death. We get to kill this Damping Sphere. Pitch a land, draw a card. Draw another land. And they can send everything at Karn, but then we just eat whatever. Yeah. Okay. Or are very favored into blue-white control. Just like the game goes long and you are the deck that will punish them for not applying pressure to you. So generally I find you're very, very favored. This is just the pretty close to the exact build that just won the mock showcase challenge today. I was playing Nissa in the Degen event. I like the card a lot, but I can see why you would cut it, to be honest. Oh, we're up against Angels. Angels is a fine matchup because we just combo them and they die. We'll take one. Three. We get Storm on turn 3. Kind of wild, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one short. We don't want that. Do this. Seiju. I think we just save this for next turn and just go off. No need to rush things. We have a big old dumb Cavalier blocking all their flyers. Sure. You got it. It's time. Storm. Go Oath Elf. No, we should just go Oath, right? No, Oath Elf is fine. We do want more devotion as well as look at Karn. Beautiful, beautiful. Back 8. Karn minus vote. Vote this. Drop. Apparition. Sure. What we taken? Karn. Bad. Oh no. My poor boy Karn. Well, I suppose. 9. We can do this. And this. 10. Cavalier Old Growth Troll. Land. Here. Beep beep. As one Anthony Wynn used to say when I'd see him play, beep beep goes the Barbie Jeep. Get in for 10. Kill your creature. Turn off your win condition. And eventually we'll draw something else to do. Nothing like it. Yeah. That seems about right. Game 2. We want our Hydras. Don't want these. We want these and Pelucanos a lot. We want basically everything. Old Growth Troll's kind of the worst card because it doesn't really block, doesn't really do much for us, but okay. Now they're on the play. No, this ain't it. Easy. And on the other hand is great. I get to put away a troll. Turn 1. Ooh, no 1-drop's good for us. Because assuming that they're going to play a Geodon too, which again we can't kill. But we'll get to hopefully ramp into this. Maybe they just have a portable hole or something. Okay, Youthful Valkyrie. I just want to deploy an idiot. We'll Oath next turn, looking for a Nykthos. London Angel, sure. If we find a Nykthos, we are in business. Oath. Business has been unlocked. Business is picking up, boys. Like to kill your angel. Beep beep. It only gets worse from here. Like they're like, okay, well, killed that, but maybe we have a Coco or something. No. Oh, sure. Yeah, this is all fine. We can kill that angel if we want to. There's Worm. Ooh, Fiora Pelucranos. Set up our next turn where we just kill their entire board. Oath. Ooh, another Nykthos. Things are going fine. They have to kill this Pelucranos, or we just killed everything and then kill them. Yeah, Coco away. Skyclave or boss. That's not gonna do it. Can't attack. I mean, you could kill Kiora, that's fine. Yeah. We already have this double Nykthos you know about, so. So. Hmm. We could do this. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Fox McCloud. Appreciate it. Do this for 6. This. And you get a 1-1. A second Nykthos. And Storm. Oof. Okay. Oh, that's bound to happen every once in a while. We just need to find a Karn. Well, Hydra's not bad. Not a bad consolation prize. Oh, I can't kill these. We're just gonna get in there. Take 9. Take 9. No, conceded. Okay, well, that was a easy trophy. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this content on either Twitch or YouTube. If you did, please like or subscribe. If you didn't, be sure to leave a comment down below. I promise not to read it. Until next time.